All right, let's jump right into a really fascinating thought experiment. I want you to imagine, just for a second, that your eternal destiny wasn't decided by your faith or your good deeds or some grand cosmic plan, but by a simple weekly subscription. It's a pretty wild idea, right? But it gets you thinking about some really big questions. Like, what even is belief? Where does truth come from? And who gets to make the rules for reality itself? That's exactly what we're going to unpack here. So meet Diesel. He's a student, and he has this, well, revolutionary business idea called Afterlife Options. His pitch is so simple it's kind of shocking. For just $1 a week, he will officially certify whatever you want your afterlife to be, and he claims that certification actually makes it more likely to happen. You see, Diesel's idea isn't just some clever gimmick. What he's really doing is creating a brand new marketplace where your eternal soul becomes the ultimate customizable product. And the level of customization here is kind of amazing. You don't want to be stuck in a boring white uniform for all of eternity? Sortified? You think your friends and family should get into paradise even if they weren't exactly believers? Well, Diesel says you can buy them tickets. It's basically the ultimate fantasy fulfillment service. But as you can imagine, not everyone is on board. This is Evan, our skeptic, and he represents a completely different way of looking at the world. He sees this whole thing not as an opportunity, but as a seriously dangerous and illogical scam that completely misses the point of spiritual growth.
And that right there, that's the core of the conflict. Is reality something we get to create for ourselves, or is it something we have to discover and get in line with? It's the ultimate battle between your truth and the truth.
Okay, so this slide breaks down these two philosophies perfectly. On one side, you've got Diesel's view. The world is malleable, it's your personal truth that really matters, you can shape reality with your beliefs, and morality can be, well, convenient. And on the other side is Evan's perspective. The world has rules. There's one eternal creator's truth, reality has fixed laws, and certain virtues are just universal. So Diesel's whole argument, it kind of hinges on this unique take on free will. He's basically saying that the free will you have here on Earth is so powerful that it creates a personal truth, a truth that even the creator is, like, legally obligated to honor. But the catch is, you have to lock it in before you die. Evan's counterargument is just sharp and to the point. For him, trying to change fundamental reality with your personal beliefs isn't some kind of empowerment. It's just a delusion. The real truth, he says, doesn't change just because we find it inconvenient. So how does Diesel even justify the power of his little certification? Well, he compares it to groupthink. Think about it. One person in a costume at home is just playing dress-up. But you get 1,000 people in costume at a convention, suddenly you've created a shared reality. He's arguing that the combined, certified belief of millions is way more powerful than just one person's private conviction. Okay, so now let's flip the coin and dig into Evan's perspective. In his worldview, the afterlife isn't something you can just pre-order. Nope, it's more like a complex map of different realms, and where you land depends entirely on how you lived and your level of consciousness. And this chart breaks it all down. According to Evan's view, a full quarter of souls just dissolve. Gone forever. Another quarter go to a place called outer darkness, a quarter to the ghost world, and a quarter end up in a temporary celestial sanctuary. But look at that last number. Almost 0% actually make it directly to the ultimate goal, which is the core. So let's get clear on two of those destinations. The celestial sanctuary is basically a vacation spot for unfulfilled desires. Things you wanted to do, like become a movie star or learn the piano. It's a choice. The ghost world, though, that's a trap. It's for unresolved attachments. Things you can't let go of, like a nasty grudge or an addiction. It's the difference between wanting an experience versus being chained to something. So what is this core that almost no one gets to? Well, in Evan's framework, it's the ultimate destination, but it is not a paradise where you just relax. It's a place of work, of selfless service. It's a utopian reality that you can only get into after you've completely graduated from the school of life. And getting there is, well, it's not easy. The path to the core isn't paved with $1 a week subscription. It demands the total sacrifice of all your selfish desires, surrendering your ego, dedicating yourself to selfless service, and ultimately becoming a powerful mystic warrior. It's a path of intense discipline. So, what's the actual price of choosing one of these realities over the other? What are the real-world consequences when a marketplace for belief actually opens up? Well, the impact at the school is immediate, and it is divisive. the entire student body splits into two factions at war with each other. You have the certified believers, who proudly walk around with star stickers on their foreheads, and then the uncertified purebloods, who think the others are completely delusional. And it leads to deep mistrust, even physical fights.
And Evan makes this really chilling observation about those star stickers. He points out that they're placed right over the third eye, the center of mystical vision. The physical symbol of their chosen belief is literally blocking their ability to see the real truth. Now, a third character, the wise guardian Evelyn, she offers a really crucial piece of insight. She actually confirms that Diesel isn't totally wrong. Your beliefs can help create a temporary afterworld for yourself. But, and this is the big but, it's a detour. It's a fantasy world that's just delaying you from achieving your soul's real purpose. Evelyn uses this incredibly powerful analogy. She asks, how many times do you really want to repeat the first grade? Getting stuck in a comfortable self-made heaven is just like refusing to move on to second grade. Yeah, you might enjoy it for a while, but you run the risk of getting so far behind that you never, ever graduate at all.
And that really leaves us with the final big question here. Is a belief that we choose just for comfort and convenience a real destination, a place of true fulfillment? Or is it just a beautiful, custom-designed distraction from the real journey we're all supposed to be on? The answer, it seems, really depends on whether you're buying what Diesel is selling.